All right, there we go. Hi, it's Drew at Drewcifer's Idiocracy, soon to be something else, but I'm still going to keep the Drewcifer's Idiocracy in the name. I was thinking something like Drewcifer's Idiocracy now talks addiction, or now does addiction, or something like that. So if you have any suggestions, please put it in the comments. I am just left my sober living. I've had some very good interactions today with getting a job. One is at a place called Craig's Curious Emporium. It's like a crystal and like new agey type shop. It looks so cool, and they seemed very impressed with me, given that I have a lot of retail and customer service experience. So if you could put out a prayer for me to whatever you pray to. If you pray, no pressure if you don't. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I pray, and I'm going to pray for it. I know we shouldn't pray for selfish things, but it's really close to the house, so I can walk, and it's something that I've recently become passionate about because I got my tarot read last night, and let me tell you what, it was uncanny. And like, my housemate did more than one. We did probably about 5. And like the same cards kept coming up for different questions, and the way it was with the question, like it was nuts. And I kept on getting like the chills. Like it happened probably at least 3 or 4 times. Like I'm getting the chills again just thinking about it. And it was just, whether you believe in Wicca or witchcraft or whatever energies. I used to be a cynic, but last night totally changed my life, or my mind, sorry. But I didn't actually go there to get an application. I just felt like the urge to walk a certain way. Like, I know that sounds completely idiotic, but I just felt the urge, and I was like, oh, well, there's Walgreens down here, and I used to work at Walgreens, and they're hiring temporary positions at that Walgreens, so that's great. That's another job a position that they're definitely hiring for. Then I looked across the street when I was walking through the parking lot, and the top of the building was Rainbow, and I was like, Rainbow, that's got to be a place for me. And I walked in, and I started talking to the staff, and first they seemed a little like dismissive, and I was like, I just had the urge to walk down this way, and that got that woman's attention. And she's like, do you have retail experience? And I was like, yes. And I spouted off some stuff, and she's like, slow down. She's like, it's, there's no need to be nervous. And I was like, it made me feel like I was in the right place. So I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket, of course, but I am feeling very positive about this one. I've applied for a couple positions today so far. I have to get 10 in, or else I get demerits for every one I don't do. I'm probably only going to get 5 in before I go to my meeting. And honestly, I'm doing intensive outpatient in the morning from 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. And, I was told I would get less hours be required to have less hours of job hunting time. So I would hope that would include having less amount of job applications to put in. Because, that defeats the point of me only getting 5 hours, because it's doing 5 hours, or it's getting 5 hours a day to do basically what's 45. I don't know the math, but it took me 45 minutes about to do each application. So, 45, 3 applications take over 3 hours. Or about 3 hours. 45, that makes it 130. So over 2 hours. Sorry, I'm bad at math. I can't do math in my head. And that's what one of the cards was about. It was talking about my past, or maybe it was my present, but one of the things was stuff about knowledge. While I am smart, it said something about arithmetic. I can't remember now. because I've slept, and I did this right before bed, so it didn't go into my, all of it didn't go into my long-term memory, I guess, and I have a bad short-term memory as it is. 17 years of meth usage has really done a number on my brain, and it's frustrating, but it's like, they say certain things you shouldn't turn inward, and it just sucks because I did this to myself, and so I can't, not to say I can't be upset, but it's like I can't dwell on it. And that's my problem with things in the past, with anger. Am I even in the shot? That I used to dwell on things like anger and sadness, but anger is a surface emotion. I learned this in treatment. If you are feeling angry, generally there is another emotion underneath that that is causing you to express anger, but you're not angry. You are frustrated. You are sad. You are disappointed. There's a bevy of things that fall under the umbrella that cause people to express anger. And I find it very fascinating. One of the tarot readings I did last night was to ask what job path I should take in the arena of addiction. And literally, the card that came out was therapy. Like, it was talking about counseling people, or being of counsel, and knowing that they will not always take your advice. And that was one of the big ones. And I was like, that sounds like a therapist. It could be a technician, but you can't make a career out of being a technician. And it eventually gets heartbreaking. There was a man who was working or he still works there, but he transitioned from being a tech, or a patient engagement specialist, as they call it, or PES, to maintenance, because he got burnt out. You see these people either come in again and again and again, like me, or you see people leave and they OD the next day and die. And I understand his frustration, but he kind of lost his ability to sympathize or empathize with a lot of people, myself included. And I put him on my 4th step, but I'm not mad at him. I was just upset that he felt my needs were, needs and problems were not of concern to why I was missing a couple groups each day, so it was just, I don't know. I know if I go into doing that, I won't be like that. I like to think I'm compassionate. I like to think I have the ability to relate to people, even if they are strictly an alcoholic. And I've done everything under the sun, minus heroin and shrooms and acid. Well, and a lot of the hallucinogenics, like DMT and, stuff like that. But, I've dabbled in just about everything. And meth and alcohol are the two that I, meshed with the best. One was for when I was wanting to be up because I was down, and one was when I was down and wanted to be up. So, and that's covering my bipolar, what the heck is with all this sand? Oh, there's a dump truck. Sounds like it's raining. I don't know if you can hear that tinkling. But it just sounds like tiny bits of sand, or like I'm driving through like a dust storm or something. God bless the rains in Africa. Sorry, I was singing the Sahara Desert. Maybe sing that song. Anywho, so as I said, I'm going to do a name change. I'm going to kind of reformat my types of posts. It's going to require I have money, so it's going to be a bit until I do some of the types of things that I want to do. But I'm going to interview people in recovery. I'm going to cover different types of recovery programs. Basically, just cover as much as I can to, you know, put good content out there that is for everyone. You know, I think I'm also going to cover like coping skills and what works for me. So I'll be doing some tutorials on what I do for my coping skills because they are art related. Well, two of them are. I mean, one's crochet, as you know, and for doing like how to crochet, like I can crochet like that and probably not affect my carpal tunnel too bad. But as far as like hard tutorials, that's gonna have to wait. But you know, it's very meditative to crochet. You know, I might be totally ADHD, but I'm sitting there and crocheting, my hands are busy, and I can sit still, and my mind feels clear. I can think about whatever, but it's not all like, "Whoa!" You know, it's more like, you know, I would hope that's what normal thought processes are like whenever I'm crocheting. It's just one thought to the next and then to the next, but not like rapid fire, like there's a cannon blast and it's like, all right, new topic. You know, like in the middle of me talking about something. You know, I tell stories very odd, I know. And I know some of it has to do with my mental illness, but I think some of it is I just like to paint a clear picture. So I'm like, all right, so, you know, we did this. And I was like, oh, but wait, I have to tell you about the pre-story before that, so this story makes sense. You know, there was a meme that it showed like a flow chart, and it was like a normal person's tale of a story. It was like an arrow from beginning with an arrow to the end. And for the person with ADHD, it's like the story, and then an arrow to the pre-story, and then an arrow to another story, and then it's like, and they all like just zigzagged around each other, and finally it goes end of story. Or maybe I think it was end of story ? Or something like that. Oh, it was so funny. I laughed my butt off. Or Tookus, for those of my chosen, aren't they? Yeah, the chosen people. That's what they're called, right? The Jewish people are called the chosen people. At least that's what I got from Sarah Silverman. So, I mean, she's pretty vulgar, and when she talked about being the chosen people, one of the chosen people, it was a very vulgar joke. So, I won't relay it here because I do not want to offend anybody. But it's funny as hell. Anyway, so this repurposing of revamping of my channel came from a viewer of my Twitch channel. He's the one who got me to do the dare. I don't know if any of you saw that dare video, but all I had to do was dance by my car for 30 seconds. And the comments whenever I stopped dancing was, I thought because you were gay, like you'd be a good dancer. But the song that was on the radio was like a headbanger. It was that, put the bodies on the floor, put the body, or get the bodies on the floor. So, it was a headbanger song. I couldn't like, you know, be like, you know, like, you know, gay dance. I had to straight dance. London fog. I am probably going to end this because I'm getting close. Well, not getting close to my dad's house, but traffic is picking up. And if there's anything I learned from my videos coming home from Louisville, is that when there's heavy traffic, I tend to pay attention more to the camera than the road. And I lose touch of what I'm talking about when I'm looking at the road. Like I was doing a stream on my Twitch channel, and like there were times I was just like, I got zoned out by the road, and that was actually when there was no traffic. I just got zoned out by the road, and I would look down and I'm like, crap, people are talking. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I got zoned out for a second. Yeah, I'm glad my dad decided to do that trip in 2 days because, 12, 14 hours, depending on how fast you go, is a long, long ways. And when I did it the first time, as you remember, I had my friend Kelsey in the passenger seat, and we had a blast, and that made that trip seem so short. But by myself, it was a little bit more, I can only, I'm one of those people that I make a playlist of however many songs, and then I only listen to that playlist for weeks. And my liked playlist on my Spotify is one of those, and that's all I listen to on the way home. I did kind of try to make a playlist in Apple Music because I use Apple Music as well, which I wasted the 3-month trial period that was free because most of it I was either in the madness and didn't care about listening to music, or I was in treatment. So, because that was a month and a half and then 37 days. So, and then I forget how long I had it before I, did that. So, but anyways, yeah, I think for starters, I am going to go around the semi, because he is going slow. As you probably saw on some of my videos, I am an impatient driver, and it's luckily only got me in trouble in the arena of speeding tickets and tailgating, inadvertently. It's not like I do it on purpose, to be, get over, I'm gonna be on your butt. It's more like I'm going fast and I don't want to slow down, and it's suddenly I'll look and realize I'm oh wow, I'm 4 feet away from the car in front of me. I should probably slow down. But sorry. Like I said, I always do this. I'm like my mom. I'm gonna end my video here. Please like, share, and subscribe, especially that share button. I would like to build my channel as much as possible. Part of that will be going through and renaming past videos. I was told that would help, because people aren't going to search a little snippet from the road. I didn't think about search, what would make things pop in a search. So it's going to, you'll see some editing, so don't be oh, I missed a video, and then watch it and be but I've already seen this. It's just, I'm going to do some editing so my channel becomes a little bit more searchable. Because I just like putting whimsical things that I find funny, but my sense of humor isn't going to translate into, subs, as it appears. And also, I don't have the time to go to grow channels right now, so I don't even know what some of them are. So if you know of any, I would really appreciate you letting me know. I know Noni May does it, and hers is at 11 and Central Time, I think, but I could be mistaken. But anyways, I will do what I can to increase my subscribers. So any advice you might have, I would appreciate. But as I said, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Oh, and thank you for all the birthday wishes. I haven't even gone through my Facebook ones yet. So I will go through and like and comment on everybody's today. All right, thank you. Love you all. Bye.